Cool guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about Spike Lee's latest film, The Five Bloods. So this film debuted on Netflix today, and I was really excited for this film. It's been advertised for the last couple of weeks, and my anticipation for this film has really been growing. I haven't seen all Spike Lee's films, but the films that I have seen from him, I've absolutely loved. I love his sort of classic, iconic dolly scenes that he uses in his films. Those are absolutely great. Very stoked there was another one in this film. And yeah, this film was really great. I enjoyed it from start to end. The film follows these five characters, and each of these men have served their time in Vietnam during the Vietnam War, and they, while in Vietnam, found a whole lot of gold, and which they ended up hiding on Vietnam to return to at a later date. And this movie follows their journey back to Vietnam as they try to rediscover and reclaim this gold that they had left there. It's really interesting. The film sort of cuts between the present day times and also the Vietnam War days as well. And the film really cleverly does this by sort of giving it a film look for the Vietnam War parts of the film, and then a really clear, beautiful cinematic shots for the present day shots as well. And I absolutely love this film. I thought it was really riveting, entertaining, and captivating. This film is 2 hours and 35 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie, going into this film I was like, okay, I gotta sort of like prepare for this, I gotta like get ready for this because it's gonna be a long film, it's gonna be drawn out and dragged out. And quite honestly, besides a few select shots and scenes, I honestly did not feel like this film dragged at all. I thought it was a really well done, well edited and well performed film. I was entertained throughout it. Like, let's take Interstellar for example. I know Interstellar is slightly longer than this film, but that film does feel drawn out and long, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but you sort of do feel like it goes on for quite some time. And this film, although long, it doesn't feel like it. It does feel really consistent, concise, and it feels like it moves at a really good pace throughout the movie. And I know I just used Interstellar as an example, but I feel like for a movie of this length, like The Five Bloods, to keep us captivated and entertained throughout is a really good thing. And you don't feel like it's taking long. You don't feel like it's wasting your time in a way. And I really enjoyed that aspect of this movie. This movie also does, like other Spike Lee films, comments on really serious issues that are facing our world currently and that have faced our world in the past. And I know for a lot of filmmakers, this sometimes in their films does feel very forced and sort of in your face, and I think Spike Lee does it in such a way that it really adds to the film and it adds to the subject matter of the film, but he also does it in a way that's entertaining but also really powerful, and he makes a powerful statement with his films. There's also some really funny scenes in this movie, but also really serious scenes, and I think Spike Lee's direction and sort of sensitivity to those moments really adds to this film, and I was constantly entertained throughout this movie. It's a beautiful cinematic looking film. The performances are stunning. The soundtrack is really good and riveting, and I was really entertained. This film definitely goes in a direction I wasn't necessarily expecting in some parts, but at the same time I'm really happy it went in that direction. It creates a really entertaining but powerful movie. At the end of this film, I wasn't only entertained and really happy with the outcome of the movie, but I was really reflecting on some of the serious issues and statements this film makes. And I think this film is a very powerful film to come out, especially with what's happening with regards to race and Black Lives Matter around the world. And I think it's a really important film to come out in this time, and I highly recommend everyone watch it. Seriously, if you're into Spike Lee, definitely watch it. You're gonna absolutely love it. But if you're also just looking for a good Netflix film, I highly recommend this one. There haven't been great Netflix films recently, and this one is great. It's really good, and I highly recommend it. Check it out sometime this weekend, and let me know what you think about it. I would really be curious to know. But I absolutely loved The Five Bloods. I feel like there were certain scenes and segments that could have been edited slightly, but at the same time it didn't feel long. or drawn out. I thought it was a really good film. I gave it 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and I highly recommend you check it out. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have seen Defy Bloods, let me know in the comments down below what you think of it, and if you have not yet seen it, what so far is your favorite Spike Lee film? I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic weekend this weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, and I love all of you guys. Have a good one. Bye bye.